Hello Internet peoples, this is Vormithrax, and welcome to my channel. This is episode 15 for our Let's Play for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and in this episode we are going to grab our newly fashioned cart, the ghetto version, not as much capacity as I was hoping for, but it'll help out. We're going to grab that, and we are going to make a trip back out to the fire station and the gun store. I think we can actually get into the fire station. I went and took a look at the earlier video when we had checked that area out, and I think I misunderstood some of the distances and darkness areas, so I think we can actually sneak around those turrets and get into the fire station. If that is possible, it could be pretty valuable. There's usually some pretty good items in there that will help us out with our survival, and then there's a gun station or a gun store right next to it as well. And with the tools that we've acquired from some of our trips into town, I think we can get into the gun store, and hopefully there's some nice goodies in there that'll help us blow away some of these pesky zombies we keep running into. So let's not wait any longer and let's get started. As I usually do before I leave my base, I always like to check my inventory. I've got two different inventories to look at now. I've got what I'm carrying on my body, which looks fairly good, got everything I need, and then I've also got my handy dandy cart that I'm going to drag around behind me. It's got some of the heavier items that I don't need in my personal inventory all the time, including my backup safety gun, the Beretta M9 that we found. And check our condition. Everything's looking great, so we've got no ill effects to deal with. I think it's raining outside, so we'll end up getting a wet modifier pretty quickly, but that's going to affect our morale. Our morale after we went to sleep settled at 100. As I've mentioned in earlier videos, the focus settled at 100. That's its standard midpoint. It will always trend towards 100. Anytime you manage to push your focus up above 100, which is a very good thing, it'll slowly degrade back to 100, and if it's below 100, it'll slowly move up to that point. So everything's looking good. Let's go ahead and get moving. So I'm going to do a Shift G or capital G to grab the cart. We're going to head out our door here and off we go. So I think instead of heading up and around that power station, I'm going to slide just south of the road and come straight across. I've already pretty much explored out this whole area, and unless something has done a bit of wandering, it should be fairly clear. And we're just going to come straight over, come to the north side of the fire station, and then check things out. So let's get moving. Make sure we've got safe mode on, and we'll quick move. Check our position. We're rolling along just below the power station. Crossing the road. And got a sidewalk. Should have a building coming up pretty quick. Go around the bush. Can't drag the cart over that. Alright, here's an alleyway I'm familiar with. Alright, looks like the turret is still doing its job down there, shooting anything that moves. That's fine by me for the moment. I know to avoid that thing. Alright, this is that little street back behind. This was the engine crane, if I remember right. Ooh, it's foldable? Cool. Painstakingly pack the engine crane into a portable configuration. Nifty. How much does it weigh? Got a volume, only a volume of 6, huh? Alright, let's drop that into the cart. Cool. I don't think I remembered to realize that that was foldable previously. I'm trying to think if there's anything I need. I can strip the seat belts out now for the ropes that they're made out of, which will be very, very useful. Let's go ahead and do that while we're here. So if you haven't seen this before, this is the vehicle menu, and when you examine a vehicle, you see a little template of how it's put together, and then the cursor is right here where the driver's seat is, driver's position, and it's showing me all of the components that are built into that location, seat belt being one of them. I'm going to use the O command for remove. Go down to seat belt. And the turret's down there making noise. No, I'm not going to stop interacting. Alright, the seatbelt has been removed, and we've got another one in the passenger seat, so we'll go ahead and do the same thing here. Remove seatbelt. Ignore that. Ignore it. The more that thing fires, the happier I am. Eventually, it'll hopefully run out of bullets. Alright, so we've got those seatbelts removed. Still got a couple more. It is worth the time it takes to do this early. I need these ropes. They're used for so many different recipes. Let's move over one more, grab that last seat belt. Alright, and I think that's all. I don't think... Really? I think I have the points to remove the trunk, but I don't think I would be able to install it without a welding tool. So if I hit install, move over to the cargo, and I don't have any choices here at the moment. We'll hold off on that. I would love to put a trunk on my rolling cart, but I think it's going to require a welding tool to actually install, so we'll hold off on that. Alright. Oops, make sure I don't forget to pick up my ropes. I'm going to use the advanced inventory. I'm going to say all on this side. I'm going to hit, I think it's G... No, how about D for dragged? Yeah, dragged. So you'll notice here, this is the sidewalk position. It's showing everything around me, inventory-wise, so it's picking up the 2 short ropes. And this is set to D, which is the dragged or grabbed vehicle. It's showing the shopping cart's inventory, so I can just drop things directly into the shopping cart without having to move them to my inventory. Oops, alright, what went wrong there? Oh, one more rope. Alright, there we go. So, using the advanced inventory, I can drop stuff straight into the shopping cart without having to use my personal inventory first. Alright, so how are we doing here? This building is the electronics store, which we've already searched out. I don't remember needing anything that's in there, so we're going to ignore that. This is the side of the building. So, spotted the turret, safe mode is on. We'll ignore the turret, and let's take a look at this. So I'm going to move south a bit. How close are we? We're still out of its range. Check the sight levels here. Very dark. Very dark is good news. How far down does it go? It goes down to at least the edge of this building, so I'm clear to move south a little further. It can't see me. Lots of movement in the fire station. Usually there's a bunch of firemen in there, so... Still very dark, very dark, very dark. This is the bend, or the L, that I was talking about. There's a door right over here. If I can get to that door, I can get into the fire station. Alright, so we should be safe here. We are. Another turret spotted. We'll put that on the ignore list. Keep moving. These are the large metal doors that are the exterior doors to the bay where the fire engines or trucks are usually stored. Let's hit X and move south a bit with our cursor. So, here's the roadblock setup. You can see the barricades, a couple of police vehicles. Got a turret here and a turret here. Both uninjured. Nothing's been able to get close to them. And they've just been brapping away at zombies and anything else that'll move in the area. It's kind of fun to lure zombies into their line of sight, but it's a little tough to do during the daytime. The turrets can see you really well from range and can hit you from pretty far out, and at night you tend to lose the zombies before you can get them to move into their sight range. So it's a bit of a trick, but sometimes you can manage it. Alright, so we're going to keep moving to the right here. There's the other bay door. There's the door. So if it says dark, very dark, yep, we're good. So it's dark down to the window. I don't want to step any further south than that window right there. Alright, door is locked. We'll examine it. Got the door open. Alright, I am going to leave my cart right here. I'm going to grab my Beretta out of there, though. And I might need the crowbar. Alright, that's all I'm going to take for the moment. I'm expecting a lot of zombies to be in here, and I can't just run out here and dance around like I usually do, because I'll accidentally wander into the range of those turrets. So whatever's in there, we're going to fight. So this is going to be our first stand-up slugfest with a bunch of zombies. I suspect there's probably at least half a dozen zombies in there, maybe more. And they're outfitted in fireman's gear, so it's some pretty tough armor I'm going to have to punch through. Depending on what it looks like when I get in there, I might come out and stand right in front of this doorway to get a single zombie at a time. Alright, looking good so far. So this is the front office. I can already see one thing I like. There's a backpack. I can always use multiple backpacks. An RA-10K stimulant module. That's a drug module for a stim gun that you can use to inject yourself with combat drugs. So might be interesting if I ever find the stim gun for it. I'm not sure if there's a way of using that without the stim gun. And we can still see the turret down south, so I still need to be careful in here. Dark, very dark, so don't go below the level of this chair. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab these. And this is a closed metal door. I can open it. It's going to make a lot of noise. I'm not so worried about the noise. I got the turrets protecting me to the south, which is nice of them. So it's just the zombies in the station that are going to hear the noise and come this way. And I want them to come towards me anyway. I'm going to fight them right in this doorway if I can. If something gets messy for some reason, I'll fall back to this doorway. And hopefully things go well. So, make sure we're all set. Got the throwing sticks, the knife, spear. Those are my primary weapons. Beretta for backup, just in case things go sideways. And I'm fine there. Let's double check our layering. Things looking good. I'm not overly encumbered. I got my torso encumbrance down to 22, so swinging away won't be too difficult. So let's do it. We're going to use the mechanical switch by examining it. Yes. Alright. Didn't make so much noise. The gate opened. Anything coming toward us? Clear so far. And I know for certain there's zombies out in this bay somewhere. I don't want to get surrounded and have no way to move back though, so I want to be a little cautious. There's our first customer. Alright, I'm going to turn safe mode off. Oh, there's a second one. And I'm just pressing the 5 key on my keypad to advance time. Alright, let's drag them towards us. Here they come. Right here is where I want to fight. So, we're going to start fighting. Hit him for 13. Hit him for 9. Missed. And he tried to grab me, but we broke its grab. We blocked with our knife spear. He hit our right leg, but the armor fully protected us. Cool. Everything's going good so far. We're up to 2 fireman zombies and a regular zombie who lined up and ready to go. The sounds of our combat are drawing the other ones nearby. I'm just going to keep hitting this guy until something exciting happens, so you can feel free to watch the information over here or pause it if you're curious about what's going on. But I'm just going to keep swinging away here. Alright, we killed the first one, got a critical for 17. He died, the next one jumped forward, and he grabbed me. Alright, well I didn't want to move anyway, but that's going to make blocking a little more difficult, so... And he hit our balaclava. I'm just going to keep using the spear. Make sure, so unhappy's no big deal. So far we've just got that slight damage to our head. No, we're going to hit that zombie there. Now we're not grabbed. So we're a little more freed up for range of motion. We're dodging and blocking pretty effectively, so I'm pretty happy with our stats so far. And we got another customer lined up for service. Got him killed. This is a standard zombie. This one should be a little easier to kill than the others. He grabbed us, he tried to bite our torso, but fails to penetrate the armor. Probably my favorite phrase in the game. Take a look at that. This is why you want layers and layers of clothing. This is important. Having these multiple layers with a leather jacket on top or some kind of tough outer layer is really, really important. Alright. That one got a good hit on our head. Cut our balaclava and our rain hood, so we're taking some damage. Alright, got him. And this one grabbed us right away, so once again we have been held in place. Stamina's getting a little lower, but since we're just swinging with our spear and not doing much else, we can keep this up for quite a while. Still got 2 more to go, 3 more to go. I forgot how many we've killed so far, but it looks like it's more than the 6 that I assumed as the minimum. So far, things are going pretty well, though. Just going to keep swinging away, speed things up a bit, hit us in the torso. We're grabbed, but no infection. Alright, I'm just going to swing away here. Alright, so... there's a mess of zombies. Stamina's down a bit, but still in a workable state. And there is a big, big, big pile of stuff to look through. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to wait until I finish clearing the area, then I'll come back and take a look at it. Another nice reason to kill things in one spot. You got it all right there in one place. You don't have to worry too much or move around much. Alright, I'm going to just press 5 a little bit to get my stamina back. I'm going to check the bay area first before I go open that door. There might be a few that haven't heard the fighting noises over here in the corner. Yep, there's one right there. I don't want to get surrounded, so I'm going to back off. See if there's any others up here. I think this will be our last guy to worry about. Alright. We'll grab the cash card. He's got a backpack. I still have not located any soap to clean things with, and we've got the other backpack out there, so I'm probably going to leave that here. I'll revisit this place in the future when I've got some soap and pull out some of this other gear. There's tons of good stuff. You can see this one guy has a flame-resistant suit, utility vest, rubber gloves, fire-resistant socks, firefighter helmet, backpack, so tons of good stuff. Smash his corpse. Let's go up and check the lockers. What do we got? An emergency oxygen pack. That's good for a quick dose of oxygen, which will help you increase, I think, your stamina regen. It basically gives you a burst of energy, so good for that. Turnout coat. So this is one of the things that you got to carefully consider before using. It's a wonderful item. It's made of Kevlar and Nomex, covers the torso and arms. You can see it's got 100% coverage, which is excellent. 30 warmth, which is also very good. Encumbrance of 30 is the only problem. That's something you got to really consider pretty heavily and take serious note of before using this. That's just by itself. Now, if this was a fitted turnout coat, it would only be 15. Much, much more manageable. I don't think I would be willing to wear this without the fitted version. It's got a couple of points, or 2.5 storage, so that's great. But this is the real benefit right here. Huge protection values. 6 bash, 10 cut, some acid, some fire, and environmental. So just awesome protection. So there are occasions when I'm fighting certain creatures where I don't care about the encumbrance. I'll just bulk up on this kind of protection and then just weather the storm. If it means I hit less often, it also means I'm going to get hit a lot less often. So sometimes the trade-off is worth it. Going up high encumbrance might be worth the trade-off. Just depends on the environment and the creatures that you're fighting. So another tactical consideration you have to think about. For now, I'm going to leave this in place. I'm going to hope to find a fitted version or come back with some soap and clean some of this stuff up. Fire gauntlets, again, hugely encumbering for your hands, but also provides a huge amount of protection for your hands. Again, made of leather and Nomex. See, this is fitted fire gauntlets with a 40 encumbrance. That's just ridiculous. So you'll notice here, heavy fire gloves used by firefighters and metalworkers for heat protection, highly resistant to heat and flame. They provide excellent protection from injury. It's just that they're massive encumbrance negatives, so you got to be really careful there. I'm not anticipating using those directly myself. We're going to pick them up though, because not going to pass up fitted fire gloves. Flare will grab, and unfortunately we didn't get lucky enough to have any fire trucks in here. I was really hoping there were some fire trucks inside this bay, because they usually have a whole bunch of equipment and gear inside them. So we're going to leave that. Take a look here. We'll grab some more scrap. And we've got one more room. I don't think there's any zombies in here, because they probably would have heard the fighting from this range. This is where they sleep and eat, so nothing in the kitchen. Some rubber boots in a box. Okay. Spy novel I'm not interested in. Well, unfortunately we didn't get much in the way of materials from the facility. I'm not sure what's going to be in this pile, but hopefully it was worth the time and effort. Cash card. We're going to leave the small fire extinguisher. Well, actually we can get a... we'll grab it. We can get that 2-liter metal tank out of there. That will be useful. Cash card and air horn. I know it'll cause a loud honking sound. Is the 50 going to be battery charges? Probably. We'll grab it just in case. So let's grab everything that's not filthy. Ooh, big old fat cash card balance. I like to see that. Heavy duty flashlight. Great. We can replace our standard flashlight. The heavy duty version holds up to 200 charges, so that's good. A massive cash card balance, 63,000, almost 64. And the shovel we don't need, so we're going to leave that. Alright, so let's grab that. Take a look at our inventory status. We're at 1882 out of 20, so we'll look at the rest of that in just a second. I'm going to back out. Let's drop some of this stuff into our cart. We'll drop the metal, gauntlets. I forgot to leave the cooked meat back at home. We'll drop these. I'm going to disassemble the fire extinguisher right now. Drop our standard flashlight, the flares. Alright. And let's bring up our inventory, go check out that fire extinguisher. Disassemble it. Oh, can't see to craft, that's right. Well, I'm definitely not stepping into the light there. Let's just drop it into our cart for now. Alright, now we can grab our cart and bring it with us, actually. Alright, let's take a look here. So, it's all filthy, unfortunately. Tons and tons of really good gear here. So I can pretty much do a full outfitting set of turnout gear. So you'll see there's turnout trousers, we got rubber gloves, turnout boots, flame-resistant hood. I mean, just pretty much everything. Utility vests. The other thing I was hoping to find that did not turn up was a Halligan tool. Killed all of these firefighter zombies and searched the building and not a single Halligan tool. Alright, well, because it's filthy, I'm just going to leave everything in place for the moment. It's pretty easy for me to get back here from our base, and once we can finally track down some soap and have the ability to clean this stuff, that's when I'll come back and grab what I think is useful. For the moment, we're going to leave that alone because we're going to try to get to the gun store. So now that we've got that cleared out, we're going to go back north around this building. We don't want to head south and wander back into the turrets. And we'll come over this way. Work our way south a bit. Alright, this should be the gun store right here. How far away from the turret are we? What's the lighting look like? Dark? Very dark. So we should be safe over here. Alright, so welcome to the gun store. Notice the bars across the windows and the metal front door. The front door being metal, it's not pickable and it's not pryable. You've got to have other ways of getting through that. A welding torch can burn your way through. Explosives can get in. You can use a car to ram the door or the wall. I think my sledgehammer would be able to get through the metal wall or the concrete wall here as well. But we brought with us another tool we can use, actually. So it's going to make some noise here in just a second, but it's a way of getting in. And I think, again, that the turrets and other activity have cleared the local zombies. I'm hoping so, because we're about to set off an alarm, probably. Most of the times when I try to get into a gun store this way, it sets off an alarm. Alright, so we are going to take a look at that, and it says this is a window with metal bars. Well, how do you get rid of metal bars? Well, in real life, what would you do if you absolutely had to get through some metal bars and you had some tools available? Well, you would probably grab your handy-dandy hacksaw if you didn't have a welding torch. So we are going to take a look at our cart here. We're going to get our hacksaw, and we're going to activate the hacksaw. So I press A to activate, hacksaw, and it asks us what we want to do. We can saw down the barrel of a weapon, or we can cut metal. We're going to cut metal, and I'm going to point it up. And from the north you hear grind, 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 and the symbol has changed. It's now actually just a standard window as opposed to a window with metal bars. Now, I'm just going to smash it. We weren't able to lift that. It's not one you can lift, so that set an alarm off, as I'm sure you just heard. We're going to smash it again, and the window is now open. I won't be able to drag my cart through the window, so we're going to leave the cart here. We got a good amount of space available in our inventory, and we're just going to step into the gun store. Welcome to gun store. What do we got? Hopefully we got some things we can use. A Mosin Nagant 1891/30 with no ammo. Alright, so that's a rifle. Rifle can be useful. Unfortunately, it fires kind of an odd round. I don't see a lot of ammo for. 7.62x54. We'll hopefully find some of that here in the gun store. Semi-auto fire mode. And the Mosin Nagant 1891/30 is a bolt-action internal magazine-fed military rifle developed by the Russian Empire and later used and perfected by the Soviet Union. Alright, interesting, but not sure it's something I'm going to use. A Browning BLR, another rifle, 30-06. That one's a little more likely. Also semi-auto. Another lever-action hunting rifle, chambered with a powerful 30-06 round. Detachable magazine instead of a traditional tube. So 30-06. Well, we'll definitely be grabbing that. If I had a larger volume, I would just grab everything, throw it in the cart, and get moving. But I think even with our cart, we're going to not have enough to carry everything out of here. So I'm going to be a little more particular. An American 180 submachine gun. That sounds interesting. Alright, fires 22 ammo. Huh, submachine gun firing 22. It's got both burst or auto fire with 30 rounds, or semi-auto, single round shot. The American 180 is a submachine gun developed in the 1960s that fires 22 LR, unusual for an SMG. Though the round is low-powered, the high rate of fire and large magazine makes the 180 a formidable weapon. Cool. If there's any ammo for it, we might have found a better emergency backup weapon. So we'll definitely grab that. Got a Mossberg 500 and a Remington 870. So a couple of shotguns. And remember earlier we did pick up some shot from a zombie, so that's good. So we got some ammo for that once we get it back to base. Let's grab both of those for now. And we got some pistols over here, looks like. Desert Eagle 44. A Ruger LCR 38 caliber. And a Smith & Wesson 610. Okay. Couple of magazines, guns and ammo, and tactical handgun digest. Cool. These are going to help us raise our gun skill. Very, very useful. And ammo and magazines. Just what we needed. What kind? 545 by 39 millimeters, 7N10. Alright, that's not quite the same as that Soviet rifle that we saw earlier, so I probably can't be used. This is for AK-74s, looks like. We'll grab it. And 22 LR. Cool. We got 80 rounds for that submachine gun. So we got a new backup weapon. Bird shot. Alright, that can be used for hunting. Cool. A pile of it. 40 caliber. I think one of the guns we had seen was the Desert Eagle that can use the 40 cal. So we're going to have some options. And we're already over our weight limit. So let's leave the rest of that for the moment. Head back to... Oops. Now that we are inside, I forgot. We can actually open the door. So we'll grab that, and now we can bring our cart in. Perfect. Alright, so let's just use the fast option. We'll pick all on this side, we'll pick the cart on this side, and we'll just move things over. Makes the process a heck of a lot faster and easier. Wow, they left the interior door open. Alright. A Glock 22. That's a 40 caliber. I thought it was going to be a 9mm, but it's a 40 cal. Alright, we'll grab the Glock. What do we got in here? Earplugs. Cool. Anything else? Looks like this is the rear firing range, so that's the sandbag wall in the back. The configuration of the buildings can change. There are different models for the different buildings, so they're not always exactly the same. This particular one didn't have as much in the back as I was hoping. And looks like that's it. I think that's everything in here. Alright, well, let's grab that. Whoops. Use that method. And... Huh. Why is the shopping cart all of a sudden got more volume? That's interesting. Alright, I'll accept it. That's wonderful. It's almost twice as much as what I thought it would be. So we got 26 out of 37 currently in the volume for the cart. So we've got space. Well, cool. Well, this went pretty well. I got to remember to hug closely to this building or work my way around. South of us is just some subway stations. Usually it's just some vending carts and then stairs down into an underground subway system. I'm not going to go down there or worry about that for the moment. So those aren't useful for us to check out while we're over here. We've got a liquor store down that way, a bank. Bank's not too useful for us at the moment. Another liquor store. Now, during the daytime, if I were this close to the border of the map, this part of the map would probably be uncovered. But because it's nighttime and I can't see over there, I don't know what the terrain is like over here. So we'll have to make a trip over during the daytime to get a better view and expand our map range. Alright, so how are we doing? What are we time frame wise? just after midnight, so we do have some time to go still. What else can we do up here? Fire station I'm going to leave red. I'm not going to mark it explored because we've got the pile of bodies we want to sort through once we've got some ability to clean the filthy status off of those clothes and gear. The gun store is completely empty though. We've explored it out. Nothing's left in it, so we're going to mark it as explored. We left some stuff up at this house, so we've got some supplies there. And we've got the cop car. Do we want to get the cop car operating? Nighttime. The sound might attract some things, but I think we might be able to get it working. But I'm dragging my cart with me, so no, that'll be a project for another day. We've got a couple of houses right here we might be able to get to, so let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can work our way back over. Hello. Always scares me whenever I hear that. From the southwest, you hear a huge explosion. So that's probably that minefield. I doubt there's a second one. So it's the right direction, the southwest. So as you can tell, we heard that all the way across town. That's how loud those things are. And that's how far away they can have the potential to drag zombies' attention from. So we are going to work our way back around this direction. There's the top of the fire station. Safe mode back on again. I shouldn't have been moving without it. Alright, I think we will go ahead and... Yeah, I know about the turret. Alright, so electronic store just south of us. Let's just kind of move down the middle of the road. Maybe we'll find another car or two. Yeah, we'll just head south along the road. See what we run into. Stamina's good. All of our stats are good. We did find a vehicle. We're going to open the trunk. Get items. What do we got? A scissor jack and a 17-inch wheel. How much volume? Only 0.75. We'll grab that. We will use advanced inventory to grab that and put it right into our shopping cart. Hopefully you're getting an idea why I was so desperate to find a shopping cart. They're just so useful for the extra carrying capacity. Hey, another vehicle. That one's, I believe, destroyed. Take a look at this car in more detail. So, no battery charge, 6% gas, the controls are destroyed. So, not the best condition. Does have some seat belts we can remove though. Got the full complement of 4 seat belts. Let's hit remove seat belt. And takes 6 minutes. Yeah, we got time to do that. Oh no! Oh, yuck! Yes, stop interacting with that. Oh, crap. I hate these things. Alright, now we have a problem. This thing could actually kill us. This is probably the most dangerous thing we've met so far. And... oh, this is just not good. I don't think we can outrun it either. If I go to run mode... yes, I know. See how it's... yeah, it's moving faster than we are. This is not good. Not good. Alright. We're gonna have to think about this. So, this is dangerous. I can't switch weapons. He's too fast. He's gonna hit us a bunch of times. I've got my Beretta. I could try to switch to the Beretta, but I'm gonna drag in a whole bunch of bad things from nearby. I think I'm just going to have to try to swing at it, and we're going to have to hope I get lucky. The big danger here is this thing is... when it says giant wasp, it means that it's giant. It's like feet long. The stinger on this thing is like a sword, and it's going to just tear through our clothes and start destroying stuff pretty quickly. It's also going to start putting us into horrible pain really quickly, and the high pain level, the higher it gets, the worse our attributes are. So it kind of becomes a downward spiral very quickly. As your pain mounts, your ability to kill the critter that's hurting you goes down and down and down. So this could be a very bad thing. This is probably one of the most dangerous things we could find in the dark. It's faster than us, so I don't have the option to just run away. Yeah, or we're just going to have to fight it. So, hope for the best. Here we go. We hit it for 10. What kind of damage is it at? Oh, it's severely injured. So, I think it had been previously damaged, because I don't think 10 points would normally have been able to do that. Oh, I am incredibly relieved. We managed to kill that thing, I think just from sheer luck. We got a couple of lucky swings in, because usually they're a little harder to hit. The fact that we had cleared up our encumbrance problem previously probably helped out a bit, but I think the biggest factor was that it was damaged. I think something had previously fought that and hurt it. So, giant wasp corpse, let's go ahead and butcher it. And we can actually get 5 chunks of fresh meat out of that thing. That's how big that is. I mean, I was only getting 1 or 2 out of a dog. So, let's bring up advanced inventory, move that fresh meat into the cart. Whew, I am relieved. I can't tell you how much. So, let's switch back off of run mode. And I was trying to take out some seatbelts. So, remove seatbelt. We were successful. We'll move over 1, remove seatbelt. Successful again. Alright. I'm curious. I'm considering taking a trunk, but no, we've got some more looting to do, so let's grab the seat belts. They're all on the ground now. Get those thrown into the cart, and we'll keep moving. Alright. Should have the house just south of us here. What kind of body is that? Skeleton corpse. I'm betting the wasp took care of that guy for us. Alright, I briefly saw... Yep, I know about the turret. We should be safe this far away. Cool. Ooh, double stairs down in the basement. Alright. And let's move around inside the house. Sure. Whoops, keep forgetting my personal inventory is full. Let's fix that. Let's make this our personal inventory. Let's transfer a bunch of this over. Alright, now the cart's full, so we've got a little bit of space. Not a ton, but enough to pick a few things up. So if we see anything critical, we'll grab it. Always need sewing kits and thread. How are we looking down here? Switch that to our personal inventory. Alright, there we go. That's the only problem. I can't use the all command now because it's showing me what's in the cart. So we'll just individually look at these. I don't need the roller blades or the copper pot. Lunch meat we'll take. Notice we got a door behind the appliances again. Okay, I always grab any lighters we find. Don't need that. Over here we got a downfilled blanket and a blanket. We'll leave those in place. Ah! No! Please don't let him have spotted us. Alright, apparently this place is infested with wasps. What do we got there? Cell phone. I'm going to leave the cell phone in place, but we will unload the batteries from it. Take the batteries. Alright, no other doors that way. I'm going to leave the cart, step down into the basement, and what do we got? I don't think I've shown you this before. Normally I wouldn't do this because I don't know what's down here yet, but I'm going to turn on the flashlight real quick. So we've got a heavy-duty flashlight. If I flip it on, that's what you get. A nice brightly lit room. And we can see we do have somebody down here with us. We've got a fat zombie by himself, not too dangerous. Now that we've lit the place up, he knows we're here, so he's going to come to us. We've got a pair of light gloves, a bottle of screwdriver cocktail. There could be some things in the refrigerator, and we've got a utility room down this way. So a basic downstairs utility recreation room. Got a pool table, and there's probably a TV or something down here. So I'm going to turn the flashlight off again. You can flick it on and off, and as long as you don't move or do any other actions that take time, it doesn't use up any of the battery. So it's a way of doing a quick check and then not using up any batteries. Now we've got our night sight back. I'm just moving straight to that zombie. I'm going to see if I can lure him up onto the pool table here. Come on, zombie. There we go. What that does is it causes him to get additional encumbrance because it's considered rough terrain, so it takes him more movement points to move or attack when he's up on there. So this should be a pretty easy kill. He may not even get to move. Well, he did get to move one space. There we go. So, pretty easy kill that way. Ooh, a basic repair kit. Cool. So it uses duct tape for ammo. It's got 100 units. Ah, I could pull that out. I can use duct tape to make a few very, very entertaining things. So cool. This has level 3 chiseling quality and level 1 fine hammering quality. A portable toolkit. When supplied with duct tape, it serves as a vital tool for fixing items made of wood, paper, bone, or chitin. It requires 50 units of duct tape per use. So it's only got a couple of uses of the duct tape in the repair status, or repair category. We are definitely going to pick that up. None of the rest of it I care about, so we'll just smash him. Light gloves, pair of cotton gloves. Nah, I don't care about that. I can make that or better now. We'll grab the glass bottle of the screwdriver cocktail. Refrigerators were empty. Nothing in here but some liquid. I don't think I'm carrying any of my empty containers that I can fill that with. And there's nothing else down here that's going to be useful. So we'll head back up. Alright. Grab our cart, and I think this house is done. So we'll bring up our map. We are going to mark it as explored. Close, go back outside. And I did not like seeing that wasp to the south. We've got one more house to visit. What is that symbol? Paper wall. Paper wall. Impassable and smashable. Paper wall. Alright. Got a whole bunch of corpses out here. What are we looking at? Shirt's the only thing in sight. Leather pants, tank top. 3 shady zombie corpses. Is this where I fought before? I can't remember. Grabber zombie. This must be where I fought before. Ooh, an oil lamp. Alright, cool. We'll definitely grab the oil lamp, and we're going to start smashing things. No! Apparently I was making enough noise that we have attracted another wasp. And there he is right there. Dang it! This one is uninjured. Uh-oh. I'm tempted just to pull the gun out and try to shoot this thing. If I try to wield... Oh, I should have loaded up the Mossberg or the submachine gun. Another rookie move on my part. Alright, well... How to do this. I left my Beretta in the cart. It's going to take me some points to pull it out, and then some points to wield it. Man, I really don't want to fight this thing. I'm going to go to run mode. Just to double check to make sure it's coming after me. Yep, it's coming after me. Alright, we're going to fight it. We hit it for 12. Moderately injured, so I guess that's the good news. It seems to be pretty light hit point wise. Hit it for 15, nearly dead. Wow, these things are... Alright. Apparently, maybe I blew these out of proportion. They seem to be a little easier to kill than the last time I remember fighting them, so I'm relieved. We got a stinger out of him that time. I butcher him. And... 3 pieces of meat. A wasp sting. As you can see, it's a 6-inch stinger from a giant wasp. Makes a poor melee weapon. So, pretty large stinger. All I want is that. What else we got here? Sure, I've finished smashing everything. Oh man, another one. Is there a wasp nest? Oh, I bet there's a nest in here. That's what these paper walls are. There's a wasp hive or something in here. Oh, alright. Oh, we criticaled it and killed it. Do I want to mess with this while I've got some of them killed? Oh, I smashed it and immediately had a wasp show up. Ouch! Oh man, this is what I meant. Now I'm getting tore up. Pain 22. Alright, no more messing with this. And I'm poisoned from the wasp. I do not have the ability to mess with these things. Alright, I'm just going to have to live with a wasp nest being in the neighborhood. We're going to grab our shopping cart and get out of here. Yeah, I just can't afford to mess with that thing. What do we got? This is the fire engine. Got a box with a 68 liter. Can we remove that? 30 minutes? No way am I sitting around here for 30 minutes. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Alright, that's where the wasps are coming from. There's a wasp's nest in that house. Ooh. Very, 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 very stupid move. I am completely out of stamina. Alright, I gotta take a second here. So, yeah, everything's hugely bad. We're winded, we're pained, we're overburdened, our strength is now 3, we're poisoned. Alright, eat. Aspirin. Eat. Aspirin. I don't think the disinfectant will work on the poison. We'll just have to let it run its course. That will start to take care of the pain. Nothing else we can eat or do there will help. Where are we at? We're at the front door of that office that we had searched. Let's move north around the front door. Alright, I'm going to stand in place. Things seem to be clear. We need to recover some stamina, let the pain recede a bit. Our strength is rising again. Alright, now we're going to get moving again. Alright, well, a little more exciting. And let's make sure safe mode is on, and we'll fast move. And we'll smash into a bush with our cart. And how we doing? Almost home. Alright. We made it back home. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call the episode right there. Been running a little long. That was a little bit of excitement. So we'd had a successful run of the fire station and the gun store. Met some strange and interesting critters. Fought some wasps and a few zombies. Got some really good gear, though. It's going to take some time to sort all the gear out, so I'm going to do that in the next episode. So again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate you showing up. And if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below. I'm always looking for suggestions or comments. Anything I can do to help people learn and enjoy the game. I'm going to have some more episodes coming out, so I look forward to seeing you in the future. Have a good day. Bye-bye.